Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world, that is truly what time it is. Okay, now let me see, let me go into my voiceover. There we go. Let me go into this voiceover room real quick. We're gonna talk about some real seriousness. We're gonna talk about some real seriousness right now. Could there have been deep state arrests and warrants, and are there deep state operatives that are now trying to abscond from justice by saying that they have the fucking coronavirus? This was reported by freedom underscore faction on Instagram. I do not follow this individual, but some people in the group that I belong to have shared his post the inside the group chat a great deal. And I go in, I look, I check, I see what's being said, and then I go in and I got to do my own diligent research. So let's get on with fact checking this brother's information, and then let's see if we can put some things together and see what's going on. CEO of Disney stepped down. That's true. CEO of Tinder, Hinge, OkCupid, Match All stepped down. It's true. CEO of Hulu stepped down. It's true. The CEO of MedMen stepped down. It's true. The CEO of L Brands like Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works stepped down. That is true. The CEO of Salesforce has stepped down. That's true. The CEO of Harley Davidson has stepped down. That's true. The CEO of IBM stepped down. The CEO of T-Mobile, the CEO of LinkedIn, and the CEO of MasterCard stepping down. Woo. Woo. That's a lot of stepping down, man. That is a whole lot of stepping down.
Protect the sheep, you gotta catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You understand?
It takes a fucking wolf to catch a wolf. So now let's get into his theory. But I'm gonna tell you some other possible things that this could be too. Okay. Event 201. You know what the virus was launched 1 month after the Johns Hopkins Center and Bill Gates hosted an invitation-only global pandemic exercise. British military prepared to help with coronavirus. France imposes 15-day lockdown over corona, Macron announces. Corona just got real in Moscow. Outdoor events banned. Schools closed. Indoor crowds restricted. Trump administration seeks exclusive rights to potential coronavirus vaccine. 6 Bay Area counties in California asking all residents to stay inside homes for the next 3 weeks. I should have got my glasses over there. Maryland governor orders drastic actions to be enforced statewide by police and National Guard. I'm trying to get to what he put in, like what was the basis behind it, but I think that I could be skipping ahead. This is it. So let me go to the next page. Here we go. Good morning. Let's see what you all make of this. What if I told you this morning at 4:30 a.m. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was served a criminal indictment by the U.S. for corporate and financial crimes. Media owners were instructed to brainwash everyone that Trudeau and his wife have the coronavirus and that they won't be leaving their house for a while. Tom Hanks was arrested 48 hours ago for pedophilia, and he is currently being kept in a hotel room in Australia, refusing to fly back to the U.S. The next celebrity arrests will be Celine Dion, Madonna, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Spacey. All will claim coronavirus infections. They saying all of them is going to claim corona. They saying the next celebrity arrests will be Celine Dion, Madonna, Charles Barkley, and Kevin Spacey. Italy's airports have been completely shut down as over 80 Vatican and financial officials have been served the same criminal indictments for financial crimes, pedophilia. Jeffrey Epstein was similarly allowed to make a deal to have his suicide in prison faked in exchange for his testimony. Now that I don't know about. I'm just reading what this person is saying. Okay. CEOs of some major world corporations have been indicted, arrested, and some have been forced to resign, all in the last 30 to 60 days, as the CEOs of the NBA, Harley Davidson, and Bill Gates Foundation, Intel, McDonald's, Caesar Awards, and Disney, the Vatican chief of police, etc. Approximately 700, 800 more resignations are coming in the next 3 months. The lab-created coronavirus was a cover-up for the mass mandatory vaccination agenda. Now it has become the biggest covert U.S. intelligence operation that the world has ever seen. This mass 158,000 arrest operation will remove and capture the biggest evil and corrupted politicians, celebrities, and CEOs, including global elites, bankers such as George Soros, UN officials, and the founders of Greta Inc. United Emirates have completed mass arrests on their own royal family and affiliates. Convicted Hollywood rapist Harvey Weinstein agreed to deal in exchange for his testimony against hundreds of top Hollywood celebrities in their involvement in the drug business, pedophilia, and child trafficking. Instead of a 55-year sentence, he received a 23-year sentence. In exchange, he provided testimony against some of the biggest and most powerful names, including Prince Andrew of the UK, former President Bill Clinton, former Vice President Joe Biden, Tom Hanks, Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres, Quentin Tarantino, Charlie Sheen, Bob Saget, damn Bob, Kevin Spacey, John Travolta, Steven Spielberg, Podesta, Nexium, and Pizzagate sex trafficking clubs, and hundreds more who all were directly involved with Jeff Epstein. Jeff Epstein was simply allowed to make the deal in exchange. I said that already. President Trump will win the 2020 elections and arrest of former U.S. presidents. And arrests of former U.S. presidents will occur in early 2021. All major arrests will be portrayed by the media as accidental or conspiracy theories. All arrested individuals will be given ceremonial deaths, meaning that they will have a choice between their death being portrayed in the public as a suicide or an accidental death in return for assurances that his or her reputation will remain intact, or alternately, they can choose to face a criminal trial that will result in public disgrace. So basically, do I agree with everything that he's saying? Absolutely not. No, I don't. I do not agree with everything he's saying. Because there are other things that could be happening here too. All of those people could have stepped down because they could have realized that their time for being placed in those positions to be the puppets in those positions is over. It's over. There's no need for them to do that anymore. There's no need for you to be a puppet anymore. We could be at the stages where the federal governments and the federal government and the CIA and other covert people working within these governments are working against this administration to force the King Alfred plan into effect. That could be a possibility too. That could be a possibility too. If the president didn't intend to try to fight and put a handle on it, there wouldn't even be a discussion of allocating $1,000 or more to grown adults and citizens in this nation. If he wasn't, there would be no discussion about it whatsoever. There would be none. There's a reason why he ordered the banks to not collect on debts. Because if he was a part of it, then he wouldn't have issued that order either. He's trying his best to save the situation. So it could be that they're doing this. It could be that all of these arrests are happening. But in the same breath, Hillary Clinton just dodged Judicial Watch again. And she's trying not to testify. She's trying not to answer again. And Judicial Watch has had her for how long in litigation? For how long? For years now. For years. Joe Biden is not worried about being arrested. He's running for the presidency of the United States of America. He then got to give you innuendos about inappropriate contact with children, touching his fucking legs and rubbing the hair on his legs. Anyone with the fucking brain knows that his fucking son was getting paid by the Chinese government and the Ukrainian government. I.e., he was getting benefits from it. And he benefited from it. There's a reason why Barack Obama didn't endorse him. It's because finally he's out of it. Finally, he doesn't have to be bullied and controlled by these fucking people anymore. But he still is. He'll have to get back out and he'll have to stump for Biden. Because they believe that it won't be Biden running, it'll be Obama running against Trump. Do you not see it? It will be like Barack Obama on the trail again, running again. And they believe that Barack Obama will be able to defeat Trump, not Joe Biden. They believe that the media, in concert, will be able to defeat Donald Trump, not Joe Biden. This virus could be the stages of a plan being set up, trying to first see if they'll be successful in creating the pandemic and seeing just how quick the response is from the National Guards and seeing how docile the people are in terms of questioning their government and forcing them to do something that would not stop or stop their rights or infringe on their constitutional rights. And last but not least, before I get out of here, if we have it the way these Democrats want it, with open borders and free Medicare for all, that means everyone throughout the world that's affected with this virus would legally be able to come here and force us to pay for their fucking treatment. Not force their governments to deal with it. Not force their governments to allocate resources and funds. Not force their government to do good business with us to get vaccinations or vaccines. No. They'll be able to come here and force us to pay for it. And then another thing. If we didn't have borders that we can close, it would have been a lot fucking worse. The response by the president, I need you guys to notice it's not to be included with these fuckboys. There are a lot of people that are asking me about if the president is going to chew us up with everything that the Illuminati is doing, and I'm going to tell you that he's not. It's absolutely not going to happen. This attack was administered to hurt Donald Trump. They could defeat him in no other way aside by attacking the economy. They was hoping that his response would be delayed. They was hoping that he wouldn't be steadfast and he wouldn't be presidential. They were hoping that he would have done what Barack Obama done in his past administration, while allowing the travel to continue and allowing countless people to fucking die at an even alarming rate than we are dealing with right now. It was smart on his part. Smart. Because it affects the stock market. It affects the economy. It does. But you need to understand something, people. This affects the whole world. The whole world has closed its borders. The whole world is suffering. Not just you and me. Not just you and I. The whole world is suffering right now. Everywhere you can think of that's modernized is shut down. And I'm more concerned with what's going on behind the scenes than anything else. All of these world leaders on a normal basis do not get along. They do not. And I believe that when Trump closed the borders, he forced everyone else to do the same thing. I don't think they intended to do that. I think they intended to allow this disease to grow and spread and affect the population, knowing that they would have enough distance to not become affected. And or they already had something designed to protect them from becoming sick. And I believe that it's because of the president and him going in and shutting down the borders that he forced them to do the same thing. I don't think they were going to do that. Because during the same time when Barack Obama had the H1N1, he didn't shut down borders. No one else did either. No one else did either. You guys have to remember when you were in school, they had the fire alarm. They always did it when you least expected. But you knew that when that alarm went, you had to line up and you had to get ready to leave out of the school to go outside. No matter the weather, you may not have enjoyed all of the fire alarms, but you knew when you heard it, you had to get up and you had to get out. What you're seeing in front of you are fire alarms. It just so happened this time, there was a real principal in the building that said, stop fucking pulling the bell. Period. Never in history have you heard a president even talk about having the rights to the vaccine. And the one thing that this disclosed that's dangerous above all is that 90%, close to 90%, or 90% of our pharmaceuticals are made in China. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay American, stay vigilant. Stay vigilant. And please remember, fuck the other side, bitch. We don't care.